welcome to oh my gosh, Six of Swords Tarot. Hi, baby. I don't know if anyone's going to come on tonight, but I thought I would pop in for a little bit. Gus. Honey, I know. I see you. I know. This Aries son of mine. You just want attention, honey. Oh, hi, Willow John. Hi, Sugar Plum. Are you going to jump on the table? Hi, Habibi. Good babies. Newbie, welcome in. Thank you. I speak my truth. Welcome in, friend. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I have Newbie up first. I think. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. It's been a weird. I think what happened was here. I think the real. I had a rough week. I had a rough start to my week, and I think what I did was I forgot to put my faith in spirit, and I put my faith in people, and that's always a really big mistake. Like, really, really big mistake, right? So yeah. But things are fine. Things are going to be fine. Yeah. How are you doing, girl? It's been a minute. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. I have 3 reading options for you. We got Newbie up first. And yeah. I have opted out. I don't do, like, I definitely love solstice energy, but I don't celebrate Christmas, and I haven't for a while. For a lot of different reasons. I'm not just like anti-Christian. It's just, when I was young, it was really stressful and problematic, and I was like, I'm just gonna opt out. And opting out was the right choice for me, because I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? You're doing okay too. Yes, I will. Thank you. All right. And it's foolish. Like, one of my friends, she said she had to buy 22 gifts for people. And I'm thinking, hell no. Like, that's crazy. Like, these are people that you never see. That you don't even talk to. You probably don't even have some of their phone numbers. And you're required to buy gifts because you, like, married into a family. I know I sound crazy, but I don't understand it. Anyway. All right. Newbie is up first. I'm having a hard time with my, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm good with being the crazy cat lady. It's fine. All right, newbie, let's do it. Yes. Okay, newbie wants to know. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. I thought about doing a little holiday thing, and then I was like, I'm not doing it. So, I mean, I'm not celebrating, so I'm not pushing that on anybody. It's just a normal night for us. All right. Why does B want to pick up the kids from my house? Spirit, show me. All right, let's tap into... Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good, and so it is. He wants to be in control. It's a control thing. He wants to feel like he's controlling the narrative, like he has the power. I'm picking up devil energy. There's game playing. Yeah, they want to trigger you. They want to poke you. They want to trigger you. They want to get under your skin. I tried to ignore it. Thank you, Spirit. I tried to ignore the devil energy and it got stronger. So thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they want you to, and I think your question, I think if I know you well enough, I feel like you will say, why are they doing this to me? Why do they want to do this to me? There is no reasoning with a terrorist. There is no figuring out someone who is a psychopath that wants to do this. Like, there's no reasoning for it. My son said he was being difficult. Yeah. Spirit, show me, why does he want to pick the kids up from Newbie's house? Why does he want to pick the kids up from Newbie's house? Moon. He wants to control the narrative. Does he drink a lot? Queen of Pentacles. I'm not saying anything is happening with that. I'm just like, he's making some kind of deal about like having some type of gathering at his house with this Three of Cups energy. Like, he's trying to put together like some type of celebration. He is coming at you with an illusion with the moon. Let me take this down so you can see the cards. I love how these cards kind of blend into this backdrop too, by the way. Sorry for the back and forth here. So we have the moon, the Page of Wands, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Queen of Cups, which is you here. Yeah, whatever he is doing or showing right now, he's trying to put on an illusion. He may actually put together some like elaborate party or like dinner party for the kids tonight or whatever, or tomorrow or whatever time he's spending with them, to be like, look how great I am. Look how great. He may even like throw money at them or buy some of them like really nice gifts or something, and just say like, look how great it is over here. He's trying to do like a smoke and mirror show. Moon and Page of Wands. This is a very it's so funny that the feminine energy is Queens, and that the rest of, and the masculine energy is coming in as a Page. So it's like very immature tactics. Yeah, so he could be putting together some kind of experience for them to be like, yeah, when you spend time with me, like, this is how it is. But it really is just a smoke and mirror show, because I don't think that I don't know, I feel like I know some men like this where they they build up a really good story, but they can't really like deliver the story, if that makes sense. So he's trying to like win them over as like, you know, he's trying to convince them that like he's the parent, or like this is the place they want to be during the holidays, Wheel of Fortune. But I think they can kind of see through it a bit. Yeah, you have his number, High Priestess. This is not surprising whatsoever to you. But yeah, he just wants to control the narrative. Sag, 4th house, South Node. That's the funny thing, is that they know. I don't really care as long as they get fed. It would be nice for them to get a gift. He's such a weirdo. Yeah. So with the South Node, it's like, yeah, Sagittarius in the 4th house. Sagittarius energy can be very like, Sagittarius energy is not grounding. The Sagittarius energy is, I'm here today, gone tomorrow. And so, and we also have this Wheel of Fortune energy, and we have the Moon, which is not a great place to start a reading at all. I actually really don't like the Moon in the tarot, which I think you guys know that. And this Wheel of Fortune, he's almost trying to rewrite history, I feel, here. He's trying to rewrite history here. With like, don't you remember the good times that we had? And like, I'm here today, gone tomorrow. Remember our home and how things were in the past? South Node. He's trying to like help, like bring up core memories and recreate something, but it's very hollow. It's very shallow. Because, and you know what's really, really funny? Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. Thanks for showing. Okay. So I just realized something here. Look at this. We have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Water. We have the Queen of Cups here. This is grounding energy, okay? Meanwhile, his energy, Page of Wands, Page of Swords, fire energy and air energy is now you see me, now you don't. I'm here today, gone tomorrow. And it's like, you're the one holding it down. They know that you're the one holding it down. For 3 years, he hasn't been in there. Yeah, so he's trying to rewrite history and say, oh, how, like, this was so great. Remember how great this is? And I'm creating this experience for you. And they're just like, what are you talking about? Like they know. Like, and this is your kids also, too, with this High Priestess. They know, they're not dumb. I don't care how old they are or how old they were. Kids know, right? And your kids are older too now. And so I'm sure they remember the time that they spent with him. Yeah, he's trying to rewrite history, but him wanting to, but that's, you know, extra context, but him wanting to pick them up is him still wanting to like be in control. So that's what I've got for you. And whatever he's doing with them today or for this holiday, it's all very temporary. That's what I meant. Yeah, Sagittarius energy can be extraordinarily temporary. I moved, when I lived in Scottsdale, Phoenix for like 5 years, I moved to a place where I was a Sagittarius rising. And it's funny, you look at, I actually think Sag rules the Wheel of Fortune too. I could be wrong on that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, if you know offhand. Anyways, I'll look that up in a second. But I remember when I did my astrocartography and I, even though I moved to my North Node line, which was amazing, very life-changing, a lot of the things that came in and out of my life were very, very temporary. And now, where I'm living now, I'm an Aquarius rising, which is really interesting, which suits me just fine because I can be pretty funky. Anyways, that's what I have for you. I actually want to look that up. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight for all of us weirdos. Hold on. What rules Wheel of Fortune? I think it's Sag. What rules Wheel? Because Sagittarius also wants the truth too. What rules? And we're in Capricorn season now. Hello, welcome to the show. Like, we are in Capricorn season now. And so you can't really pull over a fast one on somebody. What rules Wheel of Fortune? Speaking of Aquarius, I have an Aquarius moon about to jump on the table. What sign? Jupiter, Sagittarius. Yes, I'm correct. The other thing I will say though is, so it's a Jupiter ruled card, Wheel of Fortune, representing luck and expansion. However, you will see in the Wheel of Fortune, if we want to dig even deeper, which this is not a master class, but just for those of you tarot freaks, we have symbology of all of the fixed signs as well. Sagittarius isn't a fixed sign, but the fixed signs in the zodiac are kind of more intense than the other signs. They're very stubborn, they're very set in their ways. And the fixed signs square each other on the astrology wheel, and it can create tension. The Wheel of Fortune is about, things changing for better or for worse, for your karma, for better or for worse, reaping what you sow. So, he called last minute and asked my permission to go. Well, enjoy, kids. Here he is. Hi, baby Gus. You're cute, Sugar Bean. You're cute, Sugar Plum. But yeah, that's what I have. All right, I think we're caught up. I didn't think anyone would be on here tonight. I knew Newbie was gonna hop on, but yeah, if you guys are called to donate, let me know. And I just watched a really weird documentary on Hulu. It was kind of sad about Caroline Flack. Have any of you guys watched that? It was wild. Excuse me, sir. Thank you so much. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Let me know if you have any recommendations. I watched Crazy Rich Asians the other day. And what else did I end up watching? I also was watching, reality show stuff. Oh, I watched Vanderpump Villa, which was awful. It was absolutely awful. I don't recommend it. The only thing I will say about, first of all, it's so staged. I mean, just like anything else. What I will say is, I mean, clearly Lisa Vanderpump knows how to create. She's a Virgo, right? Like, she knows how to create an experience, like beautiful florals, the whole chateau. Like, it's worth it to kind of see what they created, but the storylines are trash. The people, trash. Like, yes, I can wait for you, newbie. It was just so, like, stupid. Because I was watching Secret Life of Mormon Wives, which is also, like, kind of terrible. But there was, like, a crossover to Vanderpump Villa. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go, watch it and see it. And I'm like, I regret the hours of my life I wasted watching that. But it's fine. It's all fine. Newbie, I'm actually going to use this Gorgy deck for you, which I need to use more. And I'm going to put this back here. What is this deck like split? What the heck? I mean, we're drinking the real LaCroix tonight. I got the party pack at Costco. Although, and they only have the flavors I like during the holidays, which is funny, but I prefer to drink just like regular lately, not even like the flavor ones. But I speak my truth. What do you have any good like movie or show recommendations? What are you getting into? What you getting into, girl? Do. I went shopping so I could like. Hold on one sec. I do. I love Wicked. I've seen both of them. I really don't like that. I can hear people. Gus, you're okay, baby. That's the other thing I hate about. So like my neighbors have people over and which is really funny because I could hear someone talking and I have a camera on my front door. So for any stalkers watching me, we have high security over here. But I love Wicked Part 2. Yes. I need a damn Fiero. Yes. Welcome in. I tried to watch Welcome to Derby. I just couldn't get into it. But yeah, Wicked 2 came out on my birthday. And I actually took the day off and I went and saw it. It was great. But yeah, so there was a lady outside my door who was probably visiting one of my neighbors and just walking around. And I'm like, why do I hear someone? And my cats were like, what is this voice? What are my thoughts on Wicked 2? I thought it was great. I love the ending. And the whole, I don't want to spoiler alert, but the whole trapdoor thing, I feel like they actually use that in the real movie as like a special effect, I feel like, if my memory serves, but I never, thank you, I never, I think I forgot until now that I was gonna like Google that they did that. As a child, I watched Wizard of Oz quite a lot. quite a lot. Yeah, I was a big fan of the whole entire Wicked. And I had a feeling that my only criticism, I feel like, and I don't know if I'm dumb or if this just wasn't explained in the movie or if I was like too deep into my popcorn bag at the time, but like there's context clues that he is the father, that the lie detector determines he is the father, right? And then there's the green bottle, and then we realize that like the Oz is baby daddy. However, he is the father. But I wish there was more of a, like, it's just, I mean, I guess it's just dramatic irony. You know what I'm saying? Come here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish they would have, I wish there could have been more context or, like, drama built around that piece. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, he is the father. I'm glad I could be here tonight for our 3-person party. This is actually a perfect way to spend our night, right? Yeah. I thought it was great. I thought the music, the scenes, the outfits, like I thought it was very well done. You want to do a reading for 2036? Okay, we're going to fast forward 10 years. I'm kidding, newbie. A reading for 2026. Let's do it. All right, we're going to use this beautiful deck to do it. You come on, we could jump we can jump into the future. How many cards? I don't see you yet. What size reading are you looking for, my friend? Because it's either, no matter what I do, it's going to require me to move Augustus. Hi, sugar. You're cute. You're very cute. He's so funny. Like, he's all over me constantly, but if I kiss him, he recoils. But if I pet him, he's fine. It's so funny. All right, let's do it. Sugar plum. All right, let's do it. We are doing, all right, Habibi. Come here, sugar. Oh my God. He's the youngest, but the heaviest. Come here, child. Come here, child. Ooh. Come on over here, honeybee. Ow! Foot in the mouth. That hurt. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow, speaking of movies, so I'm doing a Jewish Christmas, and I don't know if I'm going to do Chinese food. I'll have to see if we have time for that, but, because I actually got food to make, so I might end up doing a taco night. Anyways, I'm going to see Song Sung Blue tomorrow, which is a real story about a Neil Diamond tribute band. And I feel like if ever a movie was made up my alley, this is it. They once opened for Pearl Jam. I can't wait. Anyways. Oh yeah. All right, so we are doing, I'm actually going to pull this down, newbie, because it's just us girls here, and we know what we're doing, and I want you to see the cards. So, all right, Spirit, we're going to do a 2026 reading for newbie. Spirit, please open me up to a clear channel. Please give me clear, concise messages. Newbie, I love that. You got Chinese. When my cousin was alive, we would do Christmas Eve. Like, I would go to my aunt and uncle's every year, and with my cousins, we would eat Chinese food, and that was our thing. And then we would get matching pajama pants, and we call them the fan pants. Good memories. Good memories. Gone too soon, cousin. All right, let's do it. Give me a sec, newbie. You know what's interesting? They're showing me, I pulled the Six of Swords today as my personal card. And they're showing me that for you. I think it could be a Six of Swords type of year. And I want to talk about, it was so interesting when I pulled the card this morning. I saw it and I was like, Spirit, show me what you want to do today, or show me what you want me to do today. And I pulled the Six of Swords and I just said out loud, I was like, transcendence. And so I think it's going to be a year where you finally get over, not finally, but I think there's going to be some breakthroughs and movement forward, moving through, even if you're feeling fear, you know that you can't go backwards, because that's what the Six of Swords is all about. Is you are moving into the unknown, but knowing that wherever you're headed is surely going to be better than wherever you came, because you have the wisdom and the knowledge, right? To keep you from repeating patterns and mistakes that maybe you feel like you've made before. Justice flew out of the deck, or flipped, while we are shuffling here. Spirit, what else can you show me for newbie for 2026? 2026 for newbie. 2026 for newbie. Queen of Cups. Beautiful. So then let's talk about, crap, I can't remember your moon sign. Do you remember what your moon sign is, newbie? You do have Scorpio in your chart. I don't think you're a Scorpio moon, though. You're too, I feel like you're too loving. Yes, I'm kidding, to be a Scorpio moon. But the Queen of, even if you are the Queen of Cups, you will be approaching things from a very heart-centered place this year, and not maybe sitting in that Queen of Swords energy that you may be accustomed to. Oh, I think you are a Gemini moon. Oh, yes, I think you are a Gemini moon. Beautiful. Okay, so here's what I want to say. And it's actually funny because, shout out, I won't say who you are, but I have a lovely friend that I did a solstice reading for, who is a Gemini moon as well. You Gemini moons crack me the F up, by the way. And I pulled the Queen of Cups for her because she doesn't have much water in her chart. And And the sun sign also is, you know, not water. Anyway, with the Queen of Cups, you're going to be leading from a very heart-centered, and I feel this way, and I feel led by my heart, so I'm going to, that's how you're going to move forward. You are a very caring and loving person, especially mother, but I feel like maybe in 2026, you will be like remothering yourself as well. Yeah, okay. Three of Pentacles. I want to build out the whole picture here. Two of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. You could start working or start your business that you've been wanting to do, or start some kind of endeavor. I see you working harmoniously with other people, positive energy around that. We have the Emperor, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? I'm going to pull extras. We have Ace of Wands. And we have this little Knight of Pentacles. You know what's funny is I was kind of feeling Knight of Pentacles energy, but we're just going to have him over here as a little bonus Christmas Eve special cards. We have Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And we have Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, newbie. Beautiful energy. I think that all elements are represented. I feel like you're feeling balanced, and it was funny that Justice also fell out of the deck, which represents balance and equality. Things that are due to you, okay, or the things that are owed to you. I see you working harmoniously with other people. You could choose to go work for some type of entity, organization, or someone that, maybe even someone that you already know. Or this is you channeling the Emperor energy to kickstart something off the ground. But I see you taking action and moving. And really planting seeds to ground something. Very grounding energy. Six of Pentacles, more money is coming in, more stability. Eight of Pentacles, I think it's coming through working, whether it's, you know, business or going back to, you know, do whatever kind of work that you want to do. In the past, I've led with Queen of Swords in life, yes. So, and it's not to say that this Queen of Cups is going to let everybody in. The Queen of Cups is also intuitive and and knows when she's not supposed to give her cup away. The Queen of Cups is also filling her cup so that she can pour into other people's cups that actually deserve it too. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like maybe you have already done some of the preliminary groundwork. And it's funny I put him over here because I feel like, you know, before, when you were working in your career, you did have very Knight of Pentacles energy, especially with your Mars in Virgo. I know you have a couple of Virgo placements too that are kind of prominent in your chart when we did your natal chart reading. And I feel like that Virgo energy is going to lead you in a very grounded, clear, concise direction where maybe you've already laid the groundwork for something that you want to do. And the Knight of Swords is saying, it's time to go, honey. It's go time. Knight of Swords is the fastest moving. He is shooting through the air. The Ace of Wands, Spirit is saying now is the time to get this moving. And I feel like you are going to be met with harmonious energy. Okay? I'm also seeing opportunity. I know I've talked about this before, but I do see opportunity for you to potentially start dating someone here with the Two of Cups. This could be a earth sign or possibly another air sign. With your chart, you probably could do fine with either of those signs. I feel like earth, water, and air, I think would all be very complementary to what you have going on. in your chart. Let me see what else is, and I can clarify anything you want to look at, but I feel like, yeah, you're kind of taking the King of Pentacles is the master of emotion, and the Queen of Pentacles is the nurturer, right, of the emotions. And how can you nurture yourself? Make sure that your cup is full before you can pour into others, and doing the self-care stuff with yourself so that you are feeling full enough to go out into the world and not depleted from, like, you know, driving kids to karate and school and whatever other million things you had going on, right? Spirit, show me what else. 2026 for newbie. I'm actually going to pull from the 13 Sacred Nights Oracle, which is a deck that's designed to use exactly during this time of year. I'm going to pull 3 from there, and I'm going to pull 3 from a different deck. And I don't think that we have anyone else in. Yeah, we have Virgo here. Saturn and Virgo in the 5th house. It's time for your you little Mars and Virgo, honey. You may need to schedule out some time for fun. I do see you. The 5th house is about joy, having fun. It's also about, like, short-term dating, like just going on dates and, like, meeting people and things like that. It also does have to do with the 5th house also rules children, which I know we don't want to focus on them a ton but I think this is so interesting because Virgo, we have Saturn and Virgo in the 5th house. What is Saturn? Saturn teaches us lessons, wisdom. So there is going to be lessons and wisdom for you in regard to your kids as well. Like, they are kind of off flying free on their own. And with this Virgo energy, you can only control so much, right? You can only plan and control out so much, but also make sure that you're planning and filling up your life as well. Because once they're, you know, legal adults doing their thing, you have to trust them to be able to. Oh, for sure. No. But I'm just saying, like, there's going to be lessons there where you learn when you're spending time with them, like when to engage and when to disengage, if that makes sense. But also planning out having fun for yourself, because you could potentially be a bit busy with the work situation here. I'm seeing a lot of new things entering your life. We have three men here, newbie. Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. I'll take them. I'll take all 3. Let's read from. Okay, let's read from the book of 13. From the book of Job. Just kidding. There's no one else in line. I think it's just us hanging out here. So if you don't mind, I may take my time and read it just a little bit. I used this the night of the solstice, and I had a fucking blast with it. And I did a couple readings, and it was awesome. So, and I probably should do a Wheel of the Year with this, but I'm not there yet. Not today. Okay. Spirit, show me what energy and advice surrounding newbie for 2026. We have the rose, beautiful. We have Charite, which is such a gorgeous. I want you to Google Charite. It is so expensive. It is so beautiful. It's so expensive, as a matter of fact, that I do not have a piece of it because I could not. And I got a lot of crystals. I'll send you photos. I could not I couldn't get myself to buy a piece of Charite. Maybe one of these days. I need to go back to the Tucson Gem Show. Anyway, I'm rambling. Ooh, and we have rosemary. Oh my God, I'm excited for these cards. These are going to be good ones. I can feel it. All right, rose. Courageous love, vulnerability, the thorns with the rose, and openness to love. Ravishing rose represents the full, vibrant, intoxicating glory of love. Deep, love-filled, soul-nourishing connections and relationships are not limited to romantic love. Love is present in family, friendships, in the arts, and our connection to nature, which as a Libra, you can totally probably relate to that statement. Because you guys appreciate all of the beauty of the world. The incomparable bliss of falling head over heels in romantic love falls squarely in the rose's domain. Her velvety petals and intoxicating fragrance mirror deeply sensual, indescribable beauty, ecstatic rapture of being swept off of one's feet. To let loose in love, however, requires a great deal of courage, for when we open our hearts to this level of bliss, we simultaneously open our hearts to the excruciating pain of loss. For here on planet Earth, the only certainty is that everything changes. No thing, person, or feeling is immune from change. So loss of love is painful beyond measure. Unfortunately, we cannot choose to experience only positive, beautiful bliss of life. If we attempt to protect our hearts from negative and difficult and ugly and painful, we inadvertently miss out on all of life. I disagree with that. JK. The bad and the good. We may think we are safer this way, but in fact, we are barely alive. I disagree. Drifting in a lukewarm pool. I'm sorry, Newbie, I'm laughing. Hey, Virgo. Quasi-nothingness ironically eventually turned... I didn't get this card, so I'm going to pretend I'm not being personally attacked by Regina George right now. God. We have to take it all, the highs and the lows. We have to feel it all. We have to live and live courageously. So what I see is, I see you putting yourself out there and being seen and being vulnerable, maybe for the first time in a very, very long time. Maybe since the first time since you've had your kids almost, right? Because you haven't had the opportunity to be free and date and all of these things. Up next, I have, hold up. Up next, I have Charite. Okay, Charite. Exquisite individuality, finding one's gift, richness in our wounds, and service. Intensely purple Charite, seriously Google it, it is a beautiful stone, is named for the extraordinary river where she is found. The icy and turbulent Sharo River, which flows through the regions of Siberia. Charite's deep purple and lavender hues swirl and blend magnificently through the streaks of black, flax, and gold. She almost looks like the background of a Van Gogh painting. Her rich, complex beauty mirrors the astounding complexity of humanity. Every piece of Charite, just like every human being, is exquisitely unique. And in the entire history of humanity, from our distant past and distant future, there has never been, there never will be another you. Just pause and roll that around in your mind for a minute. Our signature matrix, our personal hum of universe, is a miracle of magnificence, our very special contribution to all of existence. If Charite has gifted you with her penetrating purple presence, it's time for you to give to the world the gift that only you can give, yourself. Yes! In our capitalistic-driven Western society, we are accustomed to thinking in terms of consumption and asking what's in it for me, whether it's from a book, relationship, spiritual gathering, or even a walk in nature. Our inner mindset is most often some version of, what do I have to gain here? Charite is inviting you to flip the script, look at the world around you with these questions and ask, how can I serve and what gifts can I offer? What can I contribute that nobody else can? So I won't go on and on because I could read from this book forever, but I feel like Sharite is inviting you to show the world the real you, who you are. Thank you, SB. And this is you opening up to vulnerability, leading and being heart-centered, and showing people who your heart is, who newbie's heart is, right? Because I don't think you've done that for a very, very, very long time. I mean, you've opened up to me, but I don't think, and I see that I read your little astrology things every few days in the astrology app, and I think that you really enjoy your own company, which is amazing. But I think that you sometimes hold yourself back from. But I see you kind of breaking open and showing people who you are and becoming more vulnerable. Rosemary, I will tell you before I even look it up, it's one of my favorite herbs to use during ritual because it has very, very strong protection energy. So let's see what this book has to say. Duality, balance, underlying unity, and enlightenment. Fragrant rosemary embraces contradiction. She calms and soothes the nerves and simultaneously stimulates and warms the body. Her deeply grounding and aromatic presence, she reminds us to settle securely within ourselves in the midst of life's turbulence. She inspires balance by helping us find that ever-elusive middle ground between seemingly incompatible extremes. So I think that you are going to be vulnerable. You're going to experience... I think there's going to be some highs and lows of next year, but I feel like it's all for your greater growth, and you're going to be so proud that you kind of like put yourself out there, if that makes sense. If I was you, now don't go out and spend Sharite, or don't go out and spend a bunch of money on Sharite because it's very expensive and it's not that easy to find. But what I would do is, if you wanted to, I feel like I should do this and like mail it to you. I feel like you should find, you could even do this with amethyst tumbles if you wanted to. I would make a little sash. Oh my God, Willow's snoring. I would make a little sash of like rosemary and rose and maybe some amethyst. Because Sharite, again, is not that easy to find. And like put it in your purse or like put it in your car or in your room or something. And kind of carry that energy with you as like a little talisman. Okay, I'm going to let me see what else this says. Rosemary makes possible the seemingly impossible. I use rosemary in almost all of my ritual work because it's that potent for it. There's also the rosemary bath. Sorry, Virgo, I know I'm rambling a bit. I think I told you about what I was seeing a shaman in Arizona and he told me about the rosemary bath. And if I haven't sent you that, it's really, really powerful, and you have to be prepared to do that detox, like emotionally, physically and emotionally, but it's super powerful. She knows that the secret to life is finding balance, but she also knows in order to do so, we have to let everything go, including balance itself. Yeah, I feel like you kind of have to let go of what you're doing right now, and you're kind of like, I see you like in a room that you've been in for a very long time, since you had your kids, right? And you're like opening the door and you're like poking your head out, like Is it safe to come out here now? Is it safe to come out here now? You know what I mean? And you're like, I gotta let go of control. I gotta let go of the fear and just take your first step forward. Life is never black and white, and it's often contradictory and perplexing. Rosemary has tripped her way into your cards, and she's preparing you to be tripped up. In Zen Buddhism, short paradoxical statements or questions are used to challenge the mind to go beyond dualistic thinking. They often appear illogical and nonsensical. However, their purpose is to help the practitioner transcend ordinary thought and awaken to a deeper underlying awareness. Rosemary is here to remind you that you are the answer to your most pressing questions, and not necessarily yes or no, and that the way forward may not be to the right or to the left, but lies perhaps in the in-between. Damn, newbie. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to use, I don't think I've used this for you much. This is the Lyran. This is the Lyran Oracle. The new time, positive self-talk, advancement, opportunity, and leadership. I see you stepping into some type of either position of leadership, authority, starting that business, or working for someone, but you are in like a senior, like you've done all of the preliminary work here as this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, what else? We have intensity, perception shift to alchemize the situation. And I think this is you kind of breaking into this new version of your life right now, which the Rosemary was talking about too. And then, field of potentiality, ask and it is given. So this is very much about manifesting, praying, and getting into alignment. Like what do you want out of life now? What is this next chapter? What do you want your days to look like? What do you want your work to look like? What do you want your service to look like? What do you want your spirituality? Like, you have a blank slate to create all of that now. This is really great. I don't see anything. I feel this is exciting energy. I don't see anything glaringly negative, except for there could be, the highs and lows that you have to navigate. There could be some intensity, but I think you've been through much worse than anything that's going to be thrown at you at this point in time. And I would bet my next paycheck on that. So, I feel like that's been my tagline lately. Like, I'd bet my next paycheck. I'm such an a-hole, man. Welcome in, guys. Thank you. Sorry. Because when I make a bet, I get so cocky, you guys. Like, I'm so ridiculous. What am I doing? I really do. I'm like, I only make a bet if I know I'm right. And I'll bet that. It's like, really? Bird, like, calm your ass. Like, what are you doing? I'm almost afraid to do my year. Girl, I'm afraid to do my year ahead. But I'm ready to kiss goodbye a year number. Look up your personal year number, all of you guys watching, if you're into like numerology stuff. I love to follow Chinese zodiac. I love to follow personal plan year numbers, all things numerology. I think it's super powerful. I'm moving into a plan year 6 next year, which is going to be way more grounding than what I just came out of. But all the change that happened last year was very necessary, thank God. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. Okay. We are moving on. Newbie, thank you so much. And I feel like it's going to be a good one. 2026 is also supposed to be, I believe it's Chinese zodiac year of the horse. I'm year of the tiger, so that's actually really, Virgo, are you year of the tiger too? I feel like we're close, but I don't know if we're the same exact year. Anyway, but I do compatible. I'm compatible with the horse, so I'm very excited about this. All right, up next, I have Virgo. All right, I have Virgo, and then I think I'm going to do last call. I'm going to go chill, or I'll just close it. Okay. Last call, guys. All right, Virgo. All right, I have Virgo for 2. Virgo, let me know when you are here. Virgo, how are you doing, friend? Did you start your new work yet? Did you start your new position? How you feeling? Or maybe that's what you asked me about. You did, sorry. Well, we're gonna get right into it. I started orienting for my role this week as supervisor nurse overnight. How will I do moving forward? All right, perfect. Well, duh. That's what you're here for. So we're going to look at it. All right, Spirit, show me how is Virgo, let's get into Virgo's energy. How is Virgo going to do moving forward in this new role, the moon? King of Wands. Okay. Know that. Here's what I'm picking up on right away. Immediately. Hold on and hang in there. Hold on and hang in there, okay? Because I think different people, I think there's going to be some confusion in the beginning. See this King of Wands? He's literally like standing at this, like he's trying to like teach something here. There is going to be confusion because you may have one trainer tell you one thing and another trainer tell you another thing. And there also could be some little catty games going on. And so, and Virgos are very good at like holding the line and not popping off. And so don't get flustered because there's that I don't know if that's happened already. Oh, yeah. So like one person is going to be like, this is what we do here. And this is blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to be with another person and you're like, are they living on the same planet? Like, what the hell? But the truth is, the truth of the matter is, this is what you need to bring yourself back to center. Because I want to tell you this little anecdote. I said this in the beginning of the live, but you weren't here. I had a really rough beginning of my week. And I had a rough beginning of my week because I put my faith in people. I forgot to put my faith in spirit. And so when that stuff happens, when people start peopling, right? You have to remember you're a nurse. You have the credentials. You have the experience. You are not like you're not going into this blind. You're kind of just learning the ropes of what they do there. So make sure like you're compliant and doing what you need to do, but don't let these people like lead you astray or get you so flustered that you think like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Hang in there. You know what you're doing, and put your faith in spirit that this is the best thing for you. Four of Swords. Make sure you are sleeping, you are resting, you are eating. Because that's also going to push you over the edge. Cleo, welcome in. Thank you. Last call for donations, guys. We also have strength. Yeah. Page of Swords. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that there's nothing new for you to learn, but do not doubt yourself when other people, I also realize how more secure I am, but the cattiness is real. Yeah. You are very secure. You are, I don't think you're going to let this, here's what I think could happen. What could potentially push you over the edge is the Four of Swords. If you are not sleeping and you're not drinking water and you're not, push you over to the edge. Yeah. To where you're like, I'm burnt out. I can't do this. If you don't Four of Swords rest and like, revive yourself, that is, that could cause you to burn out. And I know you're a tough cookie because, your night shift nurse supervising, like that's not an easy gig. Yeah, Nine of Swords. And and that's the irony, I think, of nursing, right? You think of the nurses, and you don't do this, but like you're thinking about like these people who like you spend every waking moment like taking care of these people, and then the nurses are out back. You have 5-7 minutes to yourself. You run out back and they're chiefing cigarettes. You know what I mean? I worked in healthcare. I saw it happen. You don't want to, thanks Cleo. I'll have Virgo for 2 and then Cleo after Virgo. So the Nine of Swords is don't let this mentally trip you up and think like, oh my God, I made the wrong decision. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but I feel like the learning curve is you just have to figure out how this department or this department like does it and what the groove is, but don't let the people and you burning yourself out like get your anxiety up so bad that you're like, F this, I'm going somewhere else. You could potentially also end up going somewhere else anyway, just because I feel like it could open your eyes, and I'm not saying immediately, but I feel like I do think that you working in a new position, I think is going to open your eyes, and I think we've talked about like how this could be a stepping stone for you as well. Because once you're in the supervisor like leadership role, yeah, we have 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, and we have 3 of Cups. And I do think that there are some allies here. There are going to be some allies. There are going to be some friends. The 3 of Cups, though, can represent, gossip with women as well. So just make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Sleep, getting yourself on a sleep schedule, especially if you're doing like graveyard, is rough. Aries, 10th house, Venus. Yeah, this is a huge stepping stone for your career. Once you have the supervisor thing on your resume, I truly feel you can go work anywhere. So don't learn everything you can, absorb everything you can. Page of Swords is a student. You're gathering this experience. But Aries, Aries in the 10th house with Venus, this is like, I want to move forward. I want to move my career forward. Venus is also showing, caretaking. It's also showing that there's money here and larger money to be had with Aries, Venus and Aries. Venus and Aries is very much like, I'm going after what I want. I'm going to pull from the Moon deck, and I'm going to pull from Cosmic Guidance. Yeah. I mean, Virgos can handle a lot. Virgos can handle a lot. Adjustments are required, especially female Virgos. Adjustments are required. Meditate and contemplate. Yeah. So there will be adjustments. You had to put up boundaries already. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Girl, we weren't asking about that. But I mean, something could be happening. Yeah, I see. And with the Two of Pentacles, it's like there could just be lots of things that you are juggling in your life right now, which is why you may need boundaries in your personal life too, so that you can balance all of this stuff. But yeah, adjustments being required. Aww. Secrets and hidden meanings, mystery. Nature, notice the harmony around you. Find peace in nature if you can. We also have flow. See where it takes you. The other thing I think Virgos are also good at is, my boss is actually a Virgo and I love her. I'm so, so lucky to have her. I think that, so I hope you love your little Scorpio employees. But anyways, with the flow, you know, set up the boundaries and then see what people do. Yeah. Set up boundaries and then see what people do. Go with the flow of it, but don't like, I definitely don't see you being a micromanager. I feel like you're setting a boundary or you're setting a thing and then you're like, look, we already talked about this. So here, this is the way it is. And you're not being an a-hole. You're just saying like, we talked about this. This thing happened again. Like you don't have time to, you're not a babysitter, right? So, and don't, because I also feel like, yeah, if you engage in it too much, yeah, set expectations, right? Level set, create boundaries, and then kind of let people flow and see what they're going to do, which I think you're really good at. Okay, we're going to move on to your next question. Let me get my list going here. So readings are ending soon. I have one more for Virgo, and then I have Cleo. Yeah, no. Well, and no. Yeah, I mean, it's too hard to, you can be cool, but you don't have to be like, we're BFF cool. Like, we're hanging outside of work cool. Like, we're here to take care of, we're here to push med carts and take care of these people. Am I wrong? I don't know what your nurses are doing, but something probably close to that. Okay. Ooh, crap. Sorry. Your next question is, all right, we are ending soon. I met someone named N. We are the same culturally. Curious how this connection will go. Okay, cool. I think my neighbors are drunk. Let's use this. I can hear them getting more boisterous. My other neighbor told me they like to drink a lot. I was like, okay, makes sense, that's fine. All right, Spirit, show me. We want to pick up on N's energy. Curious how the connection will go. show me how this connection is going to go with Virgo and N. I actually kind of like their energy. Have I ever read on this person before? I feel like this person has really nice skin. I feel like they are a little bit more on the slender side, is what I'm picking up on. I feel like they are I wonder if they have a Gemini moon. And hold on, what else am I picking up on? I feel like they're kind of I feel like they're kind of funny. They're kind of lighthearted, and I do think that they have. I also wonder. I'm picking up Libra. I'm picking up Gemini. I feel like this masculine has a gentleness about them, but kind of like a fun-loving, like a cutesy type of. I can't even really describe it, which sounds, I don't know. But I feel like they're very attentive as well. Like, this person is not just like wasting time. I definitely feel like this is a relationship person. Okay, you said he's slender. All right, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. And they have like this skin tone. I can't even describe it, but it's just, they have nice. There's something about their nose, like just being, I don't know. It's they're attractive. Like it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And the thing with you is because the interesting thing about you is because listen, I don't think people realize like the kind of work that you do is so hardcore and so badass that, do you know how many people can't do your job and wouldn't do your job? And so the fact that like you're doing graveyards, babysitting these women, right? Like, and men that are like, taking care of these patients, whatever. And then you can kind of like have this friendly banter with this person who is like fun, loving, and attentive. Like, it feels good. Let's see what happens. Spirit, show me what happens. Where's this connection headed? Four of Pentacles, King of Cups, Four of Wands, the Lovers, Magician, Gemini, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands. We got potential here, my friend. I love the Four of Wands. Is actually one of my favorite cards. It's about stability. It's about celebration. It's about home. And I think that there's a real comfort level with you guys. We have the Knight of Swords. I think this person is highly intelligent. Like way, way more intelligent than they may seem on the surface, or that like, I mean, it's like people are like books, right? Like you have no idea what's happening. But I think this person is very wise, very intelligent, very witty. Yeah, I'm getting Gemini Libra energy, which is interesting because that's Lovers and Magician is Libra and Gemini energy. So I don't know if you know the birthday yet. And we also have Seven of Cups. So Four of Pentacles, I would say you guys are definitely not rushing into anything, which is good. I think that you guys want to, chat, get to know each other, maybe go on some dates here and see what happens. This feels grounded. This feels slow and steady. And I think that you guys are both interested in having a relationship, but I think it's too soon to tell right now. Seven of Cups, where things will go. But the Knight of Swords is, I think there's a lot of options here, or there's a lot of possibility here. And I think that he's a good guy with a gentle heart as well. Like, I don't think he's an a-hole. He seems quirky and sweet. Well, I need friendly, yeah. That's what I'm picking up. He was I love when I read a new energy or a new person because it amazes me not only, thank you, Spirit, but it just, I don't know, it's insane. It's wild, and I'm so blessed and lucky that I can do this. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think my neighbor just fell. I think someone's drunk. All right. Ooh, you guys could have a past life connection. They may also have you guys may have a past life connection. We have Sag in the 10th house and South Node and Sag in the 10th house. You guys could both have like demanding work schedules, or you like respect the type of work that you do, or potentially opposite work schedules here, because the Sag is like the changing energy, and then we have the 10th house South Node, but there is a familiarity here with each other's energy, and it feels very comfortable here. 4 of Wands. I love the 4 of Wands. He's childless. Well, and I feel like maybe that I think he's able to be more carefree, and maybe he'll be able to be more flexible, right? And if he fits in your life and adds to your life, great. So, I mean, so far, I think it's looking good to me. I think you guys are both seeking a partner right now. Magician, Lovers, I don't see anything really negative. The only thing I would say here is I do feel like he has King of Cups energy on the inside, and he could be fun and bantery and fun, happy-go-lucky. 4 of Pentacles, it could take him a minute to really open up, but I think that's good. Like, I think taking your time before we talk about, the traumas of the world is a good thing, and having that fun, loving type of energy, which a Gemini and Libra, that's what they want. They want a fun, loving, type of energy, especially in dating. Okay, Virgo, thank you so much. I am moving on to Cleo. All right, Cleo, let's get into your reading. And then readings are closed. All right, Cleo, here's your reading. Oh, go ahead and post your question, friend. No, you could just tell me, I do not. You're welcome to tell me like what signs you are, but you don't need to, there is a small Cleo. Big Cleo. Nope, you can just throw your question and zodiac signs if you want. Okay, Cancer and Libra, not a bad match. Not perfect, but not a bad match. I've seen it play out before in marriages. I have. Let's use this. Why is this deck all... I think my cat's got into these decks. All right, got you. Does NK have romantic feelings for me? And will he ask me to be his girlfriend in the future? Not now. He is a Cancer. I'm a Libra. All right. Spirit, please connect me to Cleo's energy. Cleo's energy. Big Cleo's energy. Does NK have romantic feelings? Thank you. I appreciate you. let me pick up on, let me sit in this energy really quickly. Okay, let's sit into NK's energy. I know anyone could say this about a Cancer male, but he is moody. Is he alone tonight? He is crabby. I see a man sitting alone on a couch. I'm not, spirit, show me. No idea. Let's see. Spirit, show me. Does NK have romantic feelings for Big Cleo? Does NK have romantic feelings for Big Cleo? 3 of Swords. Shit. So I'm getting alarm bells immediately. I don't know what the connection is with this person, but what I will say is I think that this person has issues, Cleo. I think this person has issues, and let me explain before I even continue. I don't know how deep this connection is or was. I think this person lies. I think this person withheld energy. I think this person withheld the truth. And I think that if there was some type of separation or this thing didn't take off, I think Spirit is protecting you from this energy. I think this person is also a bit immature. Spirit, show me. Do they have romantic feelings? Will they ask to... This person, we were never together. NK, I do not feel that they have romantic feelings. And if anything were to come of the connection, it would be more of a physical thing and more of a hookup. It would not be a romantic connection. Why? Because I have the 3 of Swords, I have the 4 of Pentacles, I have the 4 of Swords, which is energy that is held back. It is energy that wants to stay at rest. It's energy that does not want to move forward. We also have the 7 of Swords. We have 3 of Cups. I think that there are multiple women around this person, but here's part of the issue with them. I don't think that this is a commitment person. I think this person either likes to talk or date multiple people at the same time, even if they don't know about each other. And then, yeah, this person is dealing with some deeper demons. They're kind of immature, and they're not, I won't even necessarily say immature. I think this is very typical behavior that we see in men. I don't think they're ready for a serious relationship. I don't think they want a serious relationship. And I think that I'm getting player energy here with the 7 of Swords. And then he's a ladies' man, yeah. And then we have, here I am, Page of Wands. When I know 10 of Pentacles into the Page of Wands, I know I can go out and get whatever I want whenever I want. And so Page of Wands is like a young fool that wants to get their knee wet. I mean, I'm sorry to be crass, Cleo, but that's what this is about. That's all they want. They are not looking for romance. They are looking to sleep around and then go home and be crabby on their couch like Cancer men do. And he probably, listen, I'm not trying to be a bitch here, because I know Cancer men, and that couch probably stinks. He probably spends like several days at a time like not showering. I'm trying to make you laugh a little bit, but too many women like him. But that's the thing though. Like, yeah, I mean, he can text whoever he wants, and you know, whatever. Here today, gone tomorrow, because he has some wounds, and he's not looking for anything real. This guy, he just wants to hook up. He wants to spread his seed. 6 of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised. How does he have kids? How many kids does he have? He's spreading seeds out here. He's just handing them out to Maury Povich. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7th house, the sun. Sun, we have Aquarius sun in the 7th house. He is only focused on, he needs to be, I think that he thinks he's the shit. And that he doesn't really need to be, he only needs to concern himself with himself. We have himself, sorry, I'm tripping over my words. He is in his own 7th house of relationships. Meaning he showed up instead of like another sign or like another planet. Like he showed up in his own 7th house. He needs to fix his relationship with himself before he can even have a real relationship with somebody else. He has 0 kids. Well, not for long. Unless he has a vasectomy. But yeah, there's a lot of seed spreading happening out here. But yeah, and I'm sorry to joke. So sometimes I like to be a little funny, but with 3 of Swords, yeah, and it's not, please, Cleo, don't think it's not you. Like, it's not you. This just isn't it. And you don't really want to mess with this kind of energy either, because that's just going to, like, weigh you down, you know? I think it's going to cause more pain and, like, games and all of that stuff, and you don't have time for that, so. No. I don't think he has, no. I mean, not with the 3 of Swords. This is all about player energy. It's all about player energy. Page of Wands, I'm thinking about one thing and one thing only. And I'm going to say whatever I need to say to get what I want, but my actions are going to tell another story. Like, here I am stealing and running away, liar, cheater, stealer. So, and I only care about myself. And I think I'm so smart that no one's going to catch on. Sun in Aquarius in the 7th house. Like, okay. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. All right, guys. I think that was my last reading. I might pop on tomorrow, but I have some things I'm going to do tomorrow, so we'll see. But I'm sure I'll pop on a bit more in the next week because I have more free time than I normally do have. So I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you guys so much for choosing me to be your reader tonight. And I'm going to go hang out with my cats. Bye.